Ventura County Air Pollution Control District Advisory Hearing Board for the agenda of 29 June 2009 is called to order. I'd like to ask, the time is 31 minutes after 5. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Stubblefield?
Present.
Mr. Herlock?
Present.
Ms. Newswinder? Mr. Gasparino?
Present. Please note that we have a quorum. Before you have the agenda for this evening, any of the board members have anything to add to the agenda, or does district have anything to add to the agenda?
Nothing from the district.
Okay, hearing none. I'd like to ask the case that the variance, or actually the abatement order, is petition number 821, petition of the Air Pollution Control Officer for an order of abatement against Haas, H-A-A-S, Automation, Inc., for violating the air toxic control measure for stationary compression ignition engines, known as ATCM, and District Rule 29.C, conditions on permits, violation of permit conditions. I see that the petitioner, Haas representatives are not here, and there's nobody in the audience, so I'd like to ask district for input, please.
Mr. Gasparino, the district is the petitioner in this matter, so Haas would be the respondent.
Thank you for that correction.
Yes.
I'd like to ask the district, please, for their input.
Yes, we filed this petition several weeks ago to try and force Haas Automation to either install controls on a diesel engine that they operate at their facility in Oxnard, or to cease operating it under an interruptible service contract that they have with Southern California Edison. Their interruptible service contract requires them to operate using their diesel generator whenever there is stress on the electric grid. Haas was supposed to be in compliance with the state air toxic control measure by January 1st of 2008. We have heard a number of different we've been told a number of different things by Haas over the last several years about retrofitting their generator, what their plans were with their diesel generator. It got to the point where we needed to force them to do something. So we scheduled this hearing. It was my intent to schedule the hearing and then notify Haas of the hearing and its date. Soon after we filed the petition, we learned that Haas is on furlough. The entire facility is on furlough this week, and nobody is available. So my apologies for dragging you all out here. We've been told by Haas that their available dates, their next available dates would be July 20th and 27th. The following 2 weeks doesn't work for me because I'm on vacation, so the earliest that I could make it would be July 20th. And so we would be looking to your board for input on rescheduling this hearing or continuing it to a date certain.
I will happily let you schedule on the 20th or 27th because I'm in Europe both days. And then you're gone the next 2 weeks.
I'm gone the week of July 6th and July 13th.
If everybody else is going to be.
A week?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Stubblefield, do you have any input on the date?
I have no preference. Either one's okay with me, as far as I know.
All right. Right now, it looks like the 27th would be the best date, since Mr. Herlock can't make it, and Ms. Nice-Wender is going to be out of the area. So, would you prefer that you sent out, maybe it would be best if you sent out an email with that proposed date, at least get something in terms of an official response, make sure that we do have a quorum?
We can do that. We'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. And then
And-
once we do get the a firm date or from your board, I'll work with County Council, Mr. Kwong, who's our counsel, to get a revised notice out to Haas and the various parties as he deems necessary.
Any question of the board to the petitioner of the district at this time before we have a motion for continuance? I assume that we need a motion for continuance on this for the 27th. So, any question of the board to staff?
I have a point of clarification, and as I read the Article 4 Orders of Abatement, which was attached to the material, it appears that the findings for an order of abatement are fairly limited. There's only a single finding. Make sure that I understand it correctly. Perhaps we can get some input from our council. But basically it says, whenever it finds, it being the board, that any person is constructing or operating any article, machine, equipment, or other contrivance without a permit required by this part, or is in violation of or regulation prohibiting or limiting the discharge of air contaminants into the air. So we basically need to make a single finding, not the usual findings, as I understand it.
That's our understanding, and that language is almost, I believe, verbatim. Was that our
I'm reading from the
Health and
this book.
Safety Code? Correct.
Any other comments?
I'll move for a continuance.
All right, we have a motion for continuance, and tentative date is the 27th of July, but that'll be confirmed, so that Haas then can be notified. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? Call for the vote, clerk.
Mr. Stubblefield?
Aye.
Ms. Newswinder? Aye. Mr. Hurlock?
Aye.
Mr. Gasparino?
Aye. Anything else from district that we need to be aware of at this point?
No, nothing that I can think of right now.
Okay, well, I think we certainly understand the reason why we're here, and thank you very much for informing us of. I'd like to ask, what does furlough mean in terms of the whole company being off?
Plant shut down.
Plant shut down. Okay.
And it's a large facility.
All right, thank you. This meeting is closed.
Board comments?
Pardon me?
We have board comments.
Oh, there were no comments.
Okay. We're done. Unfortunately, I have to activate each item.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Any other items to be activated?
that's it.
Okay.
We're
All
done.
those in favor of adjournment? Or continuance, I should say. Aye. Okay. Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Continued.